All right, welcome back. I've decided to start pulling the engine out. First things first, I gotta drain the oil, so that's already been done. Next, I gotta start figuring out what to take out first. The obvious things are the intake has to come off, the air box, pretty much all the accessories need to come off this thing. But some things like the intake, pretty delicate because it's aluminum, so I might want to remove that and use the mounting holes as a lifting point once I get the crane in here. Yeah, I got some work to do. I'm not going to document this whole thing, but I'll try to take some video along the way. So wish me luck and thanks for watching. Now I'm working on removing the radiator. So I got the cooling fan shroud is loose and pushed back. Now I'm working on pulling the hardware for the radiator itself. That's gonna come out. And then what else? I don't know, start looking at more things to take apart. Battery's disconnected, I could pull that out. Nothing major there. All right, let's get to it. All right, so we're well into the process. I pulled the fender flares off to give myself some more room around the engine. Got all the AC components mostly removed, not the compressor, but the condenser, the lines, all that stuff is out. The radiator's out. What else? A lot of the electrical connections are unplugged and labeled. What else? I don't know. Let's keep going. So one of the big challenges here is removing the intake manifold. It'll give me a place to attach the hoist chain, which I don't want to try to lift from the manifold itself because it's aluminum, so that's not going to work. Getting to the bolts, apparently pretty difficult on the bottom, so I went and pulled off the lower Y pipe, I guess you call it, the part of the exhaust on the bottom side of things. So that's out of the way. Now I got to work on these bolts that attach the intake. Before I got to do that, I'm going to take the fuel system out and get all the injectors and the fuel rail out of the way. So, all right, here we go. So there's 4 intake bolts on the bottom and 4 on the top, and the bottom's pretty hard to get to. Let me show you. All right, not sure if you can see that, but yeah, looks like there's 1, there's 2. I got 1 off over there, which is in the shadow, and the one that's really hard to get to is in the front. And I got that one first, and I was actually able to get that by taking the power steering pump off and moving it out of the way, and then just fishing out underneath kind of blindly using a extension with a swivel socket or a universal socket. That was a major task in itself. Still gotta remove some of the vacuum lines and just make sure everything's out of the way, and then this thing should be able to come right out. But just getting to that point was a way to test your patience. Yeah, not too bad, just a little creative ingenuity to get to some of the bolts, but totally doable. Okay. There's the intake manifold. Not too bad. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what's next.